What's up, YouTube? Team Deception here with another Gladiator Beast segment thing. Before we get started, I'm just going to inform you I've already done a card review on this. It's something, I believe I even stated that I saw this in one of the videos that I saw for a couple Japanese players playing. It was the Machina deck versus Gladiator Beast. And that's where I found out how amazing the card really was. But in a lot of decks it's not really all that great because they don't really depend on sending cards to their graveyard and stuff like that, or just removing monsters on their field from the game, or in any way, like back to the deck, to the graveyard, out of play. A lot of decks aren't like that. Monarchs, they are dependent on sending monsters to the grave to tribute summon. Gladiators are dependent to put the monsters back into their deck, and so on. In case you're wondering, the card is Widespread Ruin. Or not Ruin, Dud. Sorry. Again, in my Fortune Lady video that came before this one, I told you guys I was tired, so I apologize if I make some retarded mistakes and shit like that. Widespread Dud is a continuous trap, and when it's activated you select 2 face-up attack position monsters on anywhere on the field, and when any of those monsters are removed from the field, you destroy Widespread Dud. And then when it's destroyed, you destroy any monster that is still selected. So basically this is best used in Gladiator Beasts. You put it on, I don't know, Gyzaris or something after destroying 2 of their cards. When you attack, you tag out and destroy something that you may not have destroyed because you couldn't, because Gladiator Beast Gyzaris might have lower attack points, like Stardust Dragon or Colossal Fighter, things that you normally wouldn't be able to get over. Most of the time, Gladiator Beast players usually use Gyzaris to get around people's back rows, because that's basically the biggest threat. Getting over their monsters really isn't all that big a deal. But unless it's like Stardust Dragon or Colossal Fighter or something that has high attack points that can easily stay on the field. Which is why, if I went with that. See, that's another thing. With Gyzaris, if you want to, you could tag it and put it on the field. Then when you activate its ability to destroy 2 cards, you can chain this, select one of the monsters that you're destroying and another monster that you didn't select with Gyzaris' ability, and destroy up to 3 cards. That's another thing that I like about it. The other thing, the reason why I said that it gets over Stardust is because Stardust cannot negate it. There was a ruling somewhere, I know it was on Wiki, I believe, and there was rulings on it for on other sites saying that Stardust Dragon cannot negate this because it's already active. So Widespread Dud's something that I'm probably going to side. I'm not sure if I'm going to main it or not, since I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to main Trap Stuns. So I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with it. If I don't main Trap Stuns, I'm going to probably main 2 of these, just because of the fact that it helps get rid of monsters that are huge threats. Hopeless Dragon, I know that people like to use Red Ice Darkness Metal by removing a weak, useless dragon off their field sometimes, and just putting have Widespread Dud already active or something. It's another thing with Gores and shit. If they play Gores and you want to get rid of their token, and the token has like some weak ass attack points or something, destroy it and get rid of Gores. This is a good way of getting rid of multiple monsters on the field at once. It's an excellent card to chain against MST or Heavy Storm if your opponent has 2 or more face-up attack position monsters. I'm going to probably give you guys a hint now, because I don't have the card, but another thing, because like this, it helps get rid of multiple monsters on the field, especially if you're just using it on something because they wasted their MST or Heavy Storm, and this was like one of the only few spells and traps you had on the field. Radiant Mirror Force is something I'm highly considering, especially with how Infernalities are supposed to be able to swarm. Radiant Mirror Force is something I'm only considering siding, but with the fact that 6 Samurais are still rumored to be good, there's X-Sabers that swarm the field, which is actually really funny because if they play Rescue Cat and Get Out Air Bellum and shit, you can just play that, and then when they go to Synchro Summon, boom, there you go. Same thing goes with the whole Fultro loop with or Regigura, if that's how you pronounce it, and Fultro with Gotems on the field. That's another thing you can do with it. There's a lot of decks that are basically rising up that swarm the field, and Widespread Dud and Radiant Mirror Force seem to be very viable side deck options. Right now though, I'm considering basically just using this. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to test with Radiant Mirror Force, but we'll see. But in the meantime, this is something I highly suggest Gladiator Beast players at least trying, either in the side or in the main deck. It is really one really amazing card, especially getting around Stardust Dragon. So, you know, I'm not sure if it gets around Thought Ruler. I'm not sure exactly. I know it targets Thought Ruler, at least I think. I'm not sure. I'm too tired to really remember all these rulings and shit. But anyways, like I said, this is something you need to highly consider in the deck. In all honesty, if I play this in the main deck, every time I activate it, it'll probably be when I have Heraclinos out. And if they go to if I know for a fact Heraclinos is going to get destroyed somehow, it's the only way I think that I would ever really use that in the main deck, unless I knew I could easily abuse it with Kaisaris and stuff. Because, you know, I don't want to be too dependent on having this card on the field just to help get rid of monsters. That's pretty much Kaisaris' job. So, anyways, if I said anything stupid in this video, I apologize. I'm just really tired right now. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna end this segment now. Rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good crap. Love you, YouTube. Peace.